That will come you. You don't go reach next people. Now today we have to do your test tomorrow morning. I can pay that. I'm not telling you.
Where did you buy this?
Ilé máa lo net.
Àgbọ̀n tó net ló máa ń fún mi. That's the problem. Kò ní net. Ó jẹ́ kí n
Hello, good afternoon, Abi, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
Good
how are you
evening,
doing?
sir.
Good. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good evening,
Okay.
sir.
Nice.
Yeah, good
Yes,
evening.
sir.
Today, I want us to move a bit fast. I want us to finish capital budgeting today so that from my own side, I will not be having working capital and security analysis in our subsequent lectures. So that when we finish, other time we'll be having, we can look at other things. And so far, so good. How are the other lecture? I hope you will be having lecture on schedule time. Ruth.
Oh.
Ruth.
Yes, we've been having lectures, sir.
Okay. That means my other colleagues are becoming now, Dr. Jai and Dr. DBC. Hello. Ruth, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they've been coming,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Although we spoke, and I just want to have reassurance again. So with the way we are going, we'll finish early so that you have more time to do your revision. As I say, it's an objective. It's not theoretical question whereby you are say, okay, out of the 3 lecturers, I will just answer one question here, answer one question here. The objective, so we need to be practicing. This is capital budgeting now, which is also loaded with so many questions, and objective can easily come out and all those things. So we'll just, and be using, as I always say, let us use our book side by side so that we'll know, it make it easier for us. The manual, the module given to us, we use them side by side. Most times, I just go there and also pick questions. You see that at the end of every exercise, there are objective questions, and solutions are not there. So we can practice them. Like the one for calculation, we practice them. The one we don't know, maybe in our subsequent lecture, we can discuss with me or discuss with the lecturer that handled that topic. So let us be practicing them because they are objectives. And I can show you that your predecessors, many of them, your colleagues are in higher level now. So many of them score A easily because it's something that is very easy. Once you know them, nothing stops you from scoring 70, 60, 65, 50 in your examination. You now know that your CA, which is 30 marks, with 20, 22, 23, you're already having your A. So let us work hard. So you start building your CGPA from the beginning, not when you are at the final stage. So we'll look at, I want us to look at 2 different areas today. We started capital budgeting last week, which is capital budget under sanctity, which we started last week. So today, I want us to complete it and we'll also look at capital budgeting under uncertainty. Uncertainty means there are ends to our expectation. You're able to expect that, oh, this is how this thing is going to turn out. Uncertainty that you don't even know how the thing will turn out. You know, all of us are doing our degree now. We know that we are doing our degree program. We don't know if some people will know that, oh, my degree program, once I finish, I'm going to get work in share. Some say, once I finish, I'm going to get work. So that is sensitive. That's sure of where you're heading to. So you're already doing the program because you know your destination. But some of us, we don't know our destination. We don't know that we are doing the program, and it's only God that will determine tomorrow where we are heading to. So it's the same thing with capital budgeting. We are doing capital budgeting that you know the end. That's why you can look. We'll talk about payback periods, accounting rate of return, which I've already discussed. We know the beginning, we know the end. Oh, it's going to end in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, in 4 years' time. So that's the certainty. So I will just share the slide so that we can start immediately. We can start immediately on the slide for today. So, and if you have, if you are talking, you have area of cosine, please draw my attention to it. Don't shy away from it. All of us are learning, so you don't need to be ashamed. Say, if I talk now, people will know that I don't know it. If we know it, we will not be here. So that's what I always tell my students, even my colleagues. I say, we're all here for a purpose. Now, we treated last time payback period. We said payback period is the number of years it will take, or the number of months it will take for you to recoup back your initial investment. For you to recoup back your initial investment. Which means when you recoup back your initial investment, what happens to that investment now? You scrap it. You don't want to continue again. If, for example, you buy this thing, you buy POS, let's say you buy it for 100,000 naira, and you want to use it for 3 years or 4 years. And within 2 years, you have recovered your money, or within 3 years, you have recovered your money. But the project has a life of 5 years. You don't just throw away that POS machine. You may say you don't want to do the business again, but there will be someone that will say, I'm still interested. I'm interested in doing POS. You give me this machine, let me use it for the next 1 year. It's still going to work for the next 1 year. So that is what I'm doing here now. So it comes for every objective question. It's very easy to calculate. It's just like your normal payback period. But this one now, we're now using what we call the bailout factor. Bailout. You know, if myself and Ruth, we are going to school. Maybe we are coming from Maryland to Yaba to go to school. She's having 500 naira. Me, I have 1,000 naira. On getting to Yaba, he was thinking we spend 300 naira to Jibowu. From Jibowu now, he used 200 naira to get to school. But on getting to Yaba, they said no, it's 400 naira to get to Yaba, not 300 naira. Which means she's left with 100 naira. That 100 naira in her pocket is what is left. But me, I have. She has an option of say he doesn't want to take from me. Maybe he don't even know me before we just met there. He can say, oh, I have this wristwatch, which she's not using again. After he doesn't need it, he has another wristwatch. He can sell it out and make money and add to the transport money to go to Unilag. So that is bailout. So in a payback period, you have a project you want to execute for 5 years. Within 3 years, the project has paid you back. You want to go for a new investment. So before you go there now, it's okay. Let me sell this one out. Sometimes you not even wait for that 3 years. Know that this project is supposed to pay you back within 3 years or 4 years. But in year 2, let's say you spend 100,000 to buy that project. In year 2, you have made 60,000 naira. You still have 40,000 to collect for year 3 and year 4, or even year 5, because it's going to last for 5 years. But somebody is coming at us, okay, I can buy that scrap from you. You can buy that scrap from you. 50,000 naira. So you know you already made 60. You give you 50,000 naira now, you have already covered your money back. So you want to collect that money and move to a different venture entirely. That is what we call the payback period. So payback period can also be used to shorten your payback time you're supposed to collect your money. So let's look at this slide. I said this method considers using scrap value to save a project when calculating its payback. So let's quickly look at this example and the solution that follows. DLIPSC, I hope you are seeing this slide. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've seen the slide.
Okay. DLIPSC is to undertake a project that have the following, that's supposed to be there, that have the following cash flows. Year 1, a year, you have cash flow, it has scrap value. Year 0 is the initiation year, the date you started the project. The date you started the project. So, assuming an objective question, what is another representation of year 0, or what does year 0, another name for year 0 when starting a project? That is the
Investment year.
Is that what?
Investment year.
You can
Investment
call it
year.
initiation year or the starting year of the project. Assuming you see investment year in your option, you see initiation period in your option, or you see the starting year of investment, your option. So you'll be able to do that. Now we have 0. 50,000 is what is started the business with. That is year 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see the stream of cash flow that's supposed to come from year 1 to 5 is already stated. Now, in year 1, you will collect 50,000 naira. If you collect 50,000 naira, he doesn't want to do that project. How much will he sell the scrap for? How much can he get when he sells the scrap? Oh, yeah, answer me now. One person can answer. Look at the slide editing. In year 1, he has collected cash flow of 50,000 naira. Yes, please. What is the figure to get? How much?
10,000.
10,000 naira.
10,000 plus
10,000 naira.
Yeah, 10,000 plus 50,000 naira. How much will that be?
25,000.
25. How much did he spend initially?
50,000.
50,000.
Yeah, is it worthwhile to end the project in year 1?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
so such council come for objectives that A had decided to end the project in year 1. What is the loss A will make if ending the project in year 1? What is the loss or profit we will make? Year 1, I'll say A, 25,000 naira loss, B, 25,000 naira profit, C, 50,000 naira loss, D, 10,000 naira profit. So you need to understand. You can see if he's terminated that project in year 1, there's already a loss of how much? 25,000 naira. In objective. Now in year 2, he collect another 50,000 naira. 50 plus 50, how much is that?
It's
Hello, 50 plus 50, how much?
30.
30,000.
30,000 naira.
30,000.
So in
Yes,
that
sir.
year 2, if he decide to sell that project, how much will he sell it for? If he decide to sell that investment?
7,000.
5. So which means
7,000.
7,500. So 30 plus 7,500, how much is that?
37,500.
7,500.
Is he making a loss or making a gain?
Loss.
Loss.
Now we move to year 3. In year 3 now, how much will he now earn? 15, 50, 15. Is how much?
45,000.
45,000. So
5,000.
if he decide to end that project on that day, plus how much will he sell the scrap?
6,000.
6,000.
He's making 1,000 naira, sir.
55.
51,000 naira.
51,000 naira.
Is he recouping his money back now?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any gain or loss?
Gain of 1 naira.
Only 1 naira.
1,000 naira.
So you can see it's very simple.
Yes, sir.
So this question can come, 3 or 4 different objective questions can come from there. Say use the following to answer question 1 to 4. So you need to understand it. So I can ask you now, if this customer or if this person decide to see to the end of the project in year 5, what will be the total profit he's going to make? Who can quickly solve it for me? If this project is
31,000
in year 5,
He's making 31,000, sir.
you say what?
31,000, sir.
31,000.
25,000.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
How did
Yes,
you arrive
sir.
at your answer that is 31,000?
25,000 naira, sir.
He has to gain on what?
75,000 naira, sir. 75,000.
Calm down to answer it. Calm down. Don't rush. Don't rush. When you get the
It's
answer, just raise up your
31,000,
hands. Is how much?
25,000 naira, sir.
31,000.
Size
31,000.
31,000. Yes, sir.
You said 31,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
25,000 naira.
Who said
31,000.
25,000?
It's not
Aye,
75,
sir.
31,000, sir.
Size 31,000.
The one of 25,000 is the correct answer. So please always calm down. Remember when I said if the project stays to the end of the year, you don't need the scrap value now. Are you going to need the scrap value?
No, sir.
You don't
No,
need it
sir.
again now. You are saying you don't want to. The scrap value is that, at any point in time, if you stop in year 1, you can sell it. In year 2, you can sell it. In year 3, you can sell it. In year 4, you cannot even sell it. In year 5, if you sell it, nobody will buy again. So you're not getting anything. So if the project stays to the end of the year, the total inflow now will be 45 plus 30, which is 75. 75
Yes.
minus 50, you have 25,000 naira gain.
So,
That's it. Hello?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Understand now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The salad food you ate is you are still enjoying it.
She's eating
No,
meat.
sir. We are
Sir, can you please
calculating
come
all the
again, sir?
total cash flow. Then we minus
Sir,
it
please
on
do
the
calculation. Can you
50,000.
come again? I just joined.
Okay,
I didn't get
Sir,
it.
come
calm
again on the
down. Oh,
calculation.
yeah, keep quiet now so that you hear me. What I'm saying, always calm down in your exam. When there is, if a project is going to stay throughout the whole period, you don't need scrap value. So those scrap value will become useless because you don't need it. So, and I'm not saying if this project stay to the end of the 5 years, what is the profit you are going to make? Year 1, year 2, year 3 is collecting 60,000, which is already 45,000. In year 4, that is what? 65,000. In year 5, that is 75,000. And how much did they spend? 50,000. They move 50,000 from the total they collect. That is 25,000. So you can see a question can come from there that if this project, the owner of this business, DLIPS, decides to leave the project at the end of the period, end of the 5-year period, what will be the gain? If I can also ask a question, if the project is terminated in year 3, what do we say is the gain?
1,000 naira.
I
1,000.
can ask you a question. What is the difference between terminating the project in year 5 and terminating the project in year 3? What is the difference?
24,000 naira.
24,000.
I get it now.
Yes, sir.
Which is more favorable, to terminate at the year 5 or terminate at year 3?
Year
Year
5,
5.
sir.
Year 5.
To
Can you see
terminate
it
at
now?
year 5.
Mr.
Year
Daniel
5.
has been raising hand. Oh yeah, Daniel, go ahead, speak. Let me
Excuse
hear
me.
you.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, I want to ask, what if the scrap value continues till the year 5?
No, it's of course now. If scrap value continues to year 5, you lose it also now. Which means at the end of year 5, you still have a scrap value. At the end of year 5, now you have collected 75,000. If there's a scrap value of 5,000, how much is that?
80,000
It become 80 now. It become 80.
naira.
80,000 naira. 80 minus 50 now. It become what now?
You have
30,000.
30,000. Sir, come again.
30,000 naira.
I
Sir,
said,
please, can you come again?
you come now so that you hear me. I said there's a scrap value in year 5. Let's say each of the year have a scrap value. Maybe year 5 now is 5,000. When you decided to end the project, normally you still have option of selling the scrap for 5,000. That is year 5. If you still have the option of selling the scrap for 5,000 in year 5, I'm saying from year 1 to year 5 now, how much have you collected?
80,000.
No, year 1 to 5, you have collected 75,000.
5,000.
Plus the scrap
75,000.
5,000. Become how much now?
30,000 naira, sir.
No, now. I said
Nice,
plus the
80,000.
scrap of 5,000, it become 80,000.
80,000.
If I now say what is the profit, that's what you'll be telling me 30,000.
Okay, sir.
Assuming I ask you the question, say,
Okay.
what would be the total cash flow that DLIPS will receive at the end of the 5 years project? What would be the total cash flow? The total cash flow now will not be 75. If there's a scrap value, you add it to it, it becomes 80. If there's no scrap value, it becomes 75. If I now ask you another question, say, what will be the profits DLIPS will make at the end of year 5? That's when you'll be talking about 25,000. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is it Oluwatosin abi Oluwatosin? Sorry, Oluwatosin. What is it? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, sir. From the starting of the calculation, I'm lost. I don't understand what is going on. Like you are performing magic, sir. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can just take a recap of the starting, so I can be on the same page with you, sir.
And when you are coming to this class, you must wash your eye.
Sorry, sir.
What I'm saying, you calm down so that all of us get it. My annoyance is that when we are lecturing, we divert our attention. I'm not saying you should not do anything. You have something that is very important to do. Face it. Another time you attend lecture, tell people that
Sir, we can't hear you, sir.
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because people are making noise, now that's why the host mute everybody. I said we should calm down. So I said BLI is starting a project, and that project is 50,000 naira. So when we calculated the first one we did that, and we say payback period. We said it's very easy to calculate. It's very straightforward. It helps you to determine your liquidity and all those things. We have said it that time. I said payback period talk about liquidity. What accounting rate of return talk about what? Profitability. That is also an objective question, though. So give me the unique difference between payback period and accounting rate of return. Payback period talk of liquidity. Accounting rate of return talk about profitability. I can interchange them. So when you know the correct thing, whatever I change them to, you know the correct kit. Now, it started 50,000 naira. I'm saying he has option. We said, how long will it take for him to recover this project? If there's no scrap value, which means in year 1, year 2, year 3, he will have collected 45,000. In year 4 now, he has made 20,000. But what is remaining to collect? 5,000 naira. It will be 3 years plus 5 over 20,000, 12 months. That is what we did in our example. If you are going through my material, it will be 3 years plus 5 over 20 times 12 months. So you now know how many months is it going to use to recoup that 5,000 naira. That's not the normal payback period. But here now is a situation whereby you have option of selling the scrap. What do you mean by scrap? I have a phone I'm using now. I want to buy a new one. I can sell that old one, add the money to buy a new one, or even spend the money on my own. If my sister says, I'm going to send you a phone, or I'm going to send you, my brother says he's going to send me a phone. Now that Ruth says he's going to buy me, is that iPhone 20 now? I don't even know. What will I do? I'll quickly go and sell the one I have before now. I'm waiting for iPhone 20 that is coming from Ruth. So what I'm selling now is a scrap because it's no longer brand new. Anything that is not brand new is already a scrap. It's tokumbo. Another name for it is tokumbo. Second hand. Instead of calling it scrap, you can call it second hand, you can call it tokumbo. So we are selling it because it's not second hand. I'm not saying that under the bailout factor, hear the word bailout. When you are in trouble, somebody bail you out. You did not pay your school fees, somebody give you money to pay. He has bailed you out now. We are not waiting for the normal period your money is supposed to come. So year 1, he has collected 50,000 naira. If he decided to stop, he can sell that machine for 10,000 naira. I say 10 plus 15, how much is that? 25,000. 25,000 as again the 50,000 he has spent. What is the difference, Oluwatosin? Can you hear me?
Sir, network, I can hear you, sir.
I said, what is the difference between 50,000 and 25,000?
60,000.
It's 25,000.
And 25.
That is 35.
25, sir. 25, sir.
I had 60. Or is it 50 you are saying, sir?
50,000.
You are looking at the board now, the slide now. Can you not see the slide?
25.
I can see it, sir. My network is giving me mission. I'm sorry, sir.
No problem. But I'm using the what I'm discussing is with you.
Okay.
I'm not discussing offhand. I'm discussing based on it's like the boards. That's why we prepare slides so you'll be seeing it. I'm saying in year 1, you're only going to be getting 50,000 plus the money for scrap, which is 10,000, 25,000. How can you spend something for 50,000 and you're going to get 25,000? Is it worthwhile?
No, sir.
So you leave that year. In year 2 now, you have collected 50,000 2 times, making 30,000. But you can
Okay.
sell scrap for 7,500. How much would the whole money be? Become 37,500. 37,500 minus 50,000. You still have a shortfall. So you don't want to sell it that time. In year
Okay.
3, you have collected 50, 50, 15, making 45. And you decide to sell the scrap for 6,000. 45 plus 6, how much is that? That is 51,000. Is it not bigger than what you spent initially?
Yes, sir.
So you have made a gain of 1,000. So if you decide to close now from the business, you are not going home to cry, say you have made a loss. You still have your 50,000 and you have 1,000 naira gain. So you can go and start another business. Is it clear now?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move so that we can cover
Thank you.
some.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. So we'll move to the next one now. 3 people enter the waiting room. Madam Ruth, who are waiting? Who are in the waiting room? Oh? Madam Ruth. So you can see the solution is here. So you'll be able to, you can see, I just wanted us to discuss it before we put the solution. You can see in year 1, what does it get? You only collected cumulative cash flow, 50,000, 30,000. In year 3 now, 45 plus 6, that's why you're having 51,000. So you can see the answer. Therefore, the payback period is 3 years. So we'll move to NPV. You know, remember last time? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Remember last time? We said the disadvantage of one of the greatest disadvantage of payback period and accounting rate of return. Who can tell me? Who can remember? Who can remember? Who talk about payback period that time? We said there's a problem with payback period and accounting rate of return. Who can remember? Hello, who can remember? Ruth. Where is Ruth? Ruth, are you hearing me? Where is Ruth? Just set up the Zoom and disappear what? Okay, who can remember? I said there's a disadvantage for payback period. Who can remember? And the accounting rate of return. Have we all forgotten?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
But people are not talking. Everybody just remain mute. I think the holiday is still affecting us.
You have forgotten, sir.
One of the disadvantages of the traditional method, because both of them are traditional methods, accounting rate of return. Okay, Niola, you tell me.
It ignores the time value of money.
It ignores the time value of money.
It ignores the time value of money.
It did not do what?
It ignores the time value of money, sir.
Yes, it ignores the time value of money. It ignores the time value of money. If you look at the advantage of NPV, number 1, what did he say there? Read it. Advantage of NPV, number 1.
Consider time value of money.
He did not consider, Oga. I say recognizes.
It recognizes the time value of money.
Time value of money. So, Francis, yes, what do you want to add?
You say it does not measure profitability.
Your place is not too noisy there.
Okay, you said it does not measure profitability.
I say it does not. What is not measure profitability? Okay, I say payback period is concerned with liquidity. It is concerned with liquidity. While accounting rate of return is concerned with profitability. This one measure liquidity. Why don't I measure profitability? Liquidity means money. You don't hear the word payback. You quickly do it. Your money coin don't run away. If you go to market, you are buying things. Just buy now. You buy 10 tubers of yarn, carry it to the main road. You quickly sell it. You have collected your money. That is payback. You're not waiting for too much profit. You can see this example we just did now. How much profit did he make? How much profit when he disappeared? How much profit? Hello?
1,000.
1,000. But how much is in his hand now? How much does he have in the hand?
51,000.
51,000.
But if you wait till the end of 5 years, how much will he have in the hand?
25,000.
But it's not ready to
80,000.
wait because it's not ready to wait because anything can happen in those 2 years to come. So he quickly collect his money and run to another business again. That is it. But if it's accounting rate of return, you know, you will wait for the whole years. That is profitability. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. So now we are now coming to NPV. NPV is saying that 1 naira of today is different from 1 naira of tomorrow. But under the traditional method, we say everything is the same, whether it's 100 years time, 200 years time. 1 naira of today is the same to one of 200 years time, which is not the same. Because if I have 1 naira today, I can invest it. It can start earning something for me. Unlike the one I'm waiting to come in 3 years time, in 4 years time. You can try this. Go take 1,000 and go and put it in your savings account. In 3 months time, even 2 months, if by the end of the month, say that they will send you one small thing, say you don't collect interest. Before you know, 1,000 will be growing. Before you know, it has grown to enter 2,000 naira. So that is issue of time value of money. You look at the time value of money. And 2, what you can buy today with 1 naira, tomorrow may not be able to buy because of inflation, because of exchange rate volatility. So all these are things that NPV or the traditional method they consider in their computation. So we also have a rule. They have a rule. So remember the rule for payback period. We said project with the shortest payback period should be what? Accepted. The rule for accounting rate of return. We said projects that give the highest profit should be what? Should be accepted. Project that give the highest profit should be accepted. So all of them, they have their rules. So when that rule comes, when you are solving your question, you must recognize those rules. Otherwise, you will not get your answer because they can come as a question. What is the rule of that we assist you in making the right decision for payback period? A project with the highest payback period should be accepted. B, a project with the lowest payback period should be accepted. So things like that can come. So you need to understand those little techniques as far as capital budgeting is concerned. Now, if you look at the rule for NPV, what do we say? It says accept if NPV is greater than 0. NPV is the gain, the net gain. Let's say you have done, like this one we did now, we say 75,000 minus 50,000, we say 25,000 naira. You can see that one is greater than 0. The next one say reject if NPV is less than 0. Anything that is less than 0 is negative. 1 billion minus 1 billion is less than 0. 0 is not carrying negative. So it's higher than minus 1 billion. And 2, you may accept if NPV is 0. What is 0? That is the break-even point. You are not making a gain, you are not making a loss. But it will be subject to other situations where you talk about the qualitative factor. Must I do this project? If you don't do, what will be the implication? Now, there's another big thing here. If mutually exclusive projects are involved, the rule is to accept the project that produces the highest positive NPV value that will increase what? The wealth of the shareholder. The wealth of the shareholder. It can be the wealth of the shareholder or the value of the shareholder. Why do we say the wealth of the shareholder or the value of the shareholder? You know, when you do business, you invest your money in a business and that business is doing well. What will happen to your money? The money will be growing. If I buy shares of Boa Cement, maybe at 100 naira, and the business is doing well, you see that the value will be increasing. So if I buy 5 units, 100 naira, that is 500 naira. If today the shares are now selling for 400 naira, 400 times 5, that's how much? That's almost 2,000 naira. From 500 naira now, I'm having how much? 2,000 naira. So you can see how it increases the wealth of the shareholder when you get the wealth or the value of the shareholder. Because as profit is being made, the value will be increasing. Your value in the business will be increasing. So let's quickly look at advantages. Remember, I want to say mutually exclusive, independent project, and dependent project. Mutually exclusive means you cannot do the two together at the same time. You either do A or do B, but you cannot do them together. Dependent project, there are projects that must go together. Dependent project. You cannot be cooking rice without stew. So you cannot be pounding yam without soup. Are you going to use water to eat it? All those are dependent projects. So when you have project, they are telling that you are tying roads. You are constructing, you are dualizing the road. When you are dualizing the road, you must spend the road. They must go together. Otherwise, the road construction is not complete. So when you say independent, that means they don't depend on each other. Independent project, they don't depend on each other. So if I'm boiling yam and I'm making soup, they have to serve different purpose. Maybe I will do stew for the yam. I will also do pounded yam or semo, whatever, for the soup. So they become what? Independent. So know those terms. Dependent means they go together. Independent, they don't go together. Mutually exclusive means the two cannot be executed together at the same time. So what are the advantages of MPV? We say recognize time value of money, which means you already consider that the money of today is different from tomorrow. That's why we're using discount factor. We are going to see example now. 2, it uses all cash flows occurring over the entire life of the project, just like a rate of return. It uses all cash flow, but its own is considering profitability, but it does not also consider time value of money. But MPV, it uses all the money. You also consider time value of money. That the money of today is different from the one of tomorrow. Number 3, it measures in absolute terms. What do we mean by measure in absolute terms? We say naira value. Oh, how much naira am I making? How is it going to increase or decrease the weight of the shareholders? Number 4, you also facilitate measuring of cash flow in terms of present value. What is the present value now? What are you getting today? And this is what we call the value additivity principle. Value additivity principle means cumulative. I have 1 naira today. Tomorrow I get 2 naira. How much am I having now? Hello? Hello?
3 naira.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, yeah, what's up?
Next tomorrow I have 5 naira. How much am I having?
8 naira.
8
8
naira.
naira.
That is what we call additivity principle. So in case you see, for example, say, what is value additivity principle? A, B, C, D. So if you're able to know that we are saying cumulative is adding up. So let's go to the disadvantage. Remember, everything we are doing, they have their advantage and they have their disadvantage. Everything we are doing. So it is more difficult to calculate than the payback period and account rate of return. You see now why it's more difficult. Because we're not bringing discount factor. We didn't bring discount factor when we're calculating other ones. Number 2, it relies heavily on the correct estimation of the cost of capital. You know, here now we're using cost of capital to determine the discount factor. The other one, we're not using any cost of capital. So if your cost of capital is not properly administered, there will be mistakes. Errors can occur, and so on and so forth. So let's quickly look at an illustration. A machine costing 200,000 naira will provide an annual net cash inflow of 60,000 naira for 6 years at a cost of capital of 10%. Can see cost of capital. Why are we bringing cost of capital? I think this 200,000 what you use to start business. If you don't have it on your own, you are supposed to go and borrow that money. And if you are borrowing that money, it will not be free. That money will not be free. So we want to borrow that money to do business, and we are applying the cost of borrowing that money to discount how much money will be coming to us. So look at the question. It says calculate the net present value of the machine. Number 2, should the machine be purchased? There are 2 different things whenever you are calculating capital budget. You must look at the quantitative aspect. You must also look at the qualitative aspect, and you must make a decision. You must make what? A decision. Decision is very key. If you come to my house now, so if I say, come to my house to help me to do some work, you have to take a decision whether are you going to go? In view of saying, if I go now, the 1,000 I have now, they spend for transport. What if this man did not give me money? So you must make a decision. Everything we are doing on this earth must take a decision. You don't take a decision, there will be misfiring. So let's quickly look at it. You can see year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one now, we can use what we call the annuity factor to reduce that line one, number year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 to year 6. Especially when the inflow, they are the same. You can say every year 60,000 is the same amount. So, but if you don't know that method, we are going to see it as we progress. You can use this old market method to quickly get your figure. And nobody is looking for your fine answer. Solve it anywhere rough to just get an answer and quickly tick and move. Okay, you can say year 0. You can say our discount factor remain 1 because it's still the same year, the beginning. So the money remain what? 200,000. But in the year's time, discount factor cannot be 1 again. So those that have calculator, take your calculator, press put 1 divide by 1. Put 1. Are you there? 1
Yes,
divided
sir.
by 1.10. What do you get?
1 divided by
1 divided by 1.10.
0.901.
Are you seeing it now?
0.909.
So we just put 0.909. Are you seeing it? I get that figure.
Yes,
You
sir.
see, I get that figure. So in year 2 now, put 1 divide, open brackets, 1 divide, open bracket, 1.10, close the bracket, raised to power 2. So tell me what to get. Can you do that? You can be practicing your calculator.
0.826.
Sir, come again,
So
sir.
you can see how we are getting
Come
it.
again, sir.
Sir, come again, sir.
I say 1. Press your 1 in your calculator. Not be come again, they come again. So I say 1. Press 1. Press divide. In your calculator, you will see open bracket. Press the first one, open. You know what I mean by open bracket? The bracket. The bracket is even on our phone now. If you go to our keyboard, it's
Yes,
there.
sir.
But your phone may not, the phone may not give you, I don't know, my own phone, a 1942 phone, and it doesn't give that a raised to power. Maybe your new generation phone may have that. That's why I'm using calculator. That's what I'm using. Are you there now? Inside,
Yes, sir.
1.10, close the bracket. 1.10, close the bracket. There is something like an arrow that go up, as if you are drawing an arrow up. Press it, that is raised to power. When you press it, put 2. Put 2. Why are we putting 2?
Year 2. Year 2.
Year 2.
Yes. Do it for year 3, do it for year 4, do it for year 5, do it for year 6.
Year 3, 0.751.
751. Yeah.
Okay. Year 4.
Is 0.683.
Year 5.
Is 0.620. 621.
Year 6.
0.564.
0.564.
Okay. So, do you know why you should practice them? Hello? Do you know why you should practice them? You get used to it now. So that on exam day, you will not be, because it's time-based. You know, it's CBT, it's time-based. So you have to quickly practice them now. Before you know it, it becomes very easy for you. So we'll go forward now. I will show you another shorter method when the inflow is the same. So now that we have gotten it, what do? We start multiplying 60,000 times 0.909, 60,000 times 0.826. You can see 60,000 naira of today. What is it worth at the end of the year? Hello?
1,240.
What 60,000 naira of today? What is the worth at the end of the year? It gives you 54,540. In 2 years, what is it worth? 49,560. In 3 years, what is it worth? 45,060. So you can see as the year is going, the value is what? is reducing. So when you add all those cash flows together, add them together, please press your calculator and tell your figure. Leave the 200. Press everything. 54, 540, 49, 560, 45. Press all of them first to finish. Your answer must give you 261, 240. Oh, yeah, press. If you get 261, 240, you know you get it. Mute yourself. Oh. Who has gotten it? 261, 240. Who has gotten it?
Nobody.
Eh? What is nobody? Speak for yourself now. I'm sure you
261,240.
I've gotten it, sir.
I see it now. You see, it's
Yes,
very interesting. It makes you happy. So if you remove 200, if you remove 261, 240 minus 200, what is the balance?
61,240.
61,240.
I think you will get 61,240. So that's what we call the net present value. Are we all clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so let's go to the next page. You will see the same question. I repeated it. Look at the decision. What the decision says. Look at the decision. Please read the decision on your own. Read it out. Let me hear.
The machine should be purchased since the NPV is positive. That is, NPV is
Greater than zero.
I see it now.
Yeah.
The machine should be purchased because the NPV is what? Is positive. The NPV is positive.
Okay.
You can see the answer. Decision is that you do what? You should purchase the machine. So let's now look at the other one. There's a question there. What is the economic implication of a project that has a positive NPV? Positive NPV. What is the economic implication? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Can hear you clearly, sir.
There's a question there. Now look at your slide.
We can hear you, sir.
Read the question on the slides. After that decision, there's a question that follows.
What is the economical implication of the project that has a positive net
economic, not
present value?
economic.
What is the
What's the
economic implication of a project that has a positive net present value?
So what is the economic implication?
For a project
Increase the
to have
wealth of
a
the shareholder.
Positive net
increase the
present
wealth of
value.
the shareholders.
Did you see the answer? What does it do? Increase the
It will
wealth of
increase
what?
the wealth of the shareholder.
Okay. So that's a question though. I'll just show you now a question that can come. That's a question for objective. What is the economic implication of a project that has a positive net present value? A, it increased the wealth of a shareholder. B, it decreased the wealth of a shareholder. C, it will make shareholder to be unhappy. D, it will make shareholder to be happy. So objective question can call like that.
Okay, thank you.
You can see that figure. We say 61,240.
Yes, sir.
That is a benefit. With that benefit now, you can say to us, okay, let me share it to the shareholder as dividend. You can say, okay, let me put it back to the business to increase the size of the business. So if you make the shares of that company to be selling high, people are rushing, say, that company is making profit. If you are reading newspaper, you hear that, oh, Zenith Bank have declared so much profit. This one has done this. Last time I was at home, I never expected it. Transcorp, they pay me, I've even forgotten I have shares there. They pay me 26,000 naira dividends. go and pay me 20,000 plus dividends. I know these are small units, 2,000 units. So you'll just be surprised. They just send money to your account, especially when you are giving them your account. They just send money to your account. That is increasing the weight of the shareholder. That day now, I wanted to beg the class to say, buy me data, but I have plenty money to buy data. Why did I beg anybody again? Hello?
No, sir. No, sir. You didn't beg
That's
anybody.
implication.
No, sir.
I'm just using that as a joke that you are going to beg somebody to buy you something. All of a sudden, you don't receive a credit alert. Who send me 100,000 naira? You know, this is dividend. Will you go and beg the person again?
No,
sir.
Will you receive insults?
No.
sir.
No, sir.
So that is the benefit of when we say NPV. When we say NPV positive. So let's look at that same question. Let's look at that same question. You know, we're doing year 1, year 2, year 3 to year 6, which is time wasting. I get it. We're doing year 1, year 2, year 3, year 6, which is time wasting. So can you use factor now? Annuity factor. Hello. Oh, yeah, come now, please mute so that I hear what I'm saying. Let's use this formula to do that same question. Oh, yeah, look at the formula down. 1 minus, oh, yeah, press your figure now. 1 minus open bracket, 1 plus R. What is our R? What is our R? The rate, 10%, 0.10. Oh, yeah, press now. 1 minus open bracket. First to finish, you tell me your answer. 1 minus open bracket again. 1 plus 0.10. Close the bracket. Raised to power, you press minus how many years? How many years? 6 years. Divide by open bracket again. 0.10. Close the bracket and press equals to give me your figure.
$0.274.
Okay, well, I don't need so okay.
0.204.
Okay, that's what to get.
Yes, sir.
We are saying year 1 to 6. Okay, let me do my own. I have 1 into 1 plus 0.10 open bracket raised to power minus 5 equals to divide by 0.10. 1 minus open bracket. Okay, sorry. Just hold on. Let me do my own first. 1 plus 0.10 raised to power.
So what does that minus n stand for, sir?
It's a formula now. N stands for number of years.
6.
N stands for number of years.
So
How
without
about
the
the R, sir? R.
the rate.
Arrow is rate.
10%.
You know, we have 1.
Rate
See, 1 is standing
0.1.
on. Hello, hold on. 1 is standing on. 1 minus. You see, there's a bracket. Or you take your calculator. Open bracket. Open the bracket. Open the bracket. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
1 plus 0.10. Open the bracket. 1 plus 0.10. Close the bracket.
1 point.
10% is 0.10 now. That's why I say
Yes,
0.10.
Okay.
Close the bracket. So raised to power minus 6.
The network is breaking, sir.
Okay, I should say it again.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Come again, sir.
Come again, sir.
But can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I say open brackets. 1
Bracket.
plus 0.10. Close the bracket.
Okay, sir.
Are we there?
Yes,
Raise
sir.
to power. When you press raise to power, you press minus first before you say 6. Minus 6.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, press equals to in your calculator.
Minus 4.79.
Minus what?
4.79.
Are you sure? Minus 1. What do you get?
0.56.
0.564.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
0.5
Minus 1.
Hello? 0. What?
0.564.
0.5.
I say minus 1. Minus 1. No, there's 1 now. 1 at the beginning. 1 minus. We only did the one in bracket now. We are not touching that 1.
1
What do you get
minus.
now? 1 minus 0.5644739.
0.435. 0.4355.
Huh?
0.4355.
Okay, divide by 0.10. What do you get? Your final answer.
Divide by what, sir?
Divide by 0.10. There's arrow down now. Arrow still stand for
0.20.
0.10.
Yes. What do you get?
Minus
4.355.
Minus
355.
Did you see it up in the question?
Yes, sir.
Did you see it for up? The solution. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have seen it, Abi?
Yes, sir.
I am multiplied by 60,000. Multiplied by 60,000.
261,300.
So when you surprise, what's your figure?
261,200.
Okay, so what is the difference between this and the first one? Who can tell me?
The first one is this. The second one is simple.
No. What is the figure for first one now?
61,240. 61,300.
There's difference of 60 naira.
Yeah, what is responsible for that difference?
Because of the unknown factor.
Huh?
The method being used.
Because of the method, though.
In an exam, if they ask you what is the difference, because of the rounding up. Remember, the one we did before, we were rounding up now 0.909, 0.826. That the only figure that this calculator gave to you?
Yes, the rounding up.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? Is that the figure the calculator gave to you?
No, sir, rounded up.
We rounded up. So in an exam, you can tell what is responsible for the difference between the two figures. You say A, because of the rounding up, B, because the figure has increased by this. So all those things, always trying to understand it. Those are the type of things what tax somebody's brain, but they are very simple. If you know it, you just quickly do it. So because of the rounding up, here we did not round up. We pick all the figure, everything. The system just produce something for us at the final stage. But other one, we're rounding up year 1, year 2, year 3 to year 6. We're rounding up. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So in an exam, you can quickly see something like this to use to get your answer. You can quickly see something like this to get your answer. And be rest assured that in an exam, if I give you a question like this, and I'm using annuity factor, I will not put those two answers. I will put 61,300. I will not put 61,240. But if I put 61,240, which means I'm using the other method to arrive at my answer. So you will not see two answers in the same question. So don't have fear that, in an exam now, maybe two answers will come. But your normal, when you are now in I think 300 level, start writing theory now, be 400 level.
Yes, sir.
From 300 level, start writing theories.
Yes, sir.
So in a 300 level, if you are writing theory, let's say myself, I use this method, and you use the other method, we come out and say, what did you get? I get 61,300. You say, I got 61,240. Don't be carried away with my own to say, you are wrong, you are not wrong. Both of us are correct. It's just because of the rounding of figures that make our figure to be different, but they are the same thing. So let's move. Are we clear to this level now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's now quickly look at the next one again. Internal rate of return. Internal rate of return. What do we say internal rate of return? You know, if you look at payback period, we say we will stop when the project fully pay back itself. When the project fully pay back itself, we'll stop. So, but in accounting rate of return, we say the one with the highest profit. Accounting rate of return use all the data to achieve its work. NPV use all the data, all the cash flow to achieve its work. Now, internal rate of return is now saying which rate are you going to use to borrow money so that when you apply it into your work, you have a break even. Break even means your outflow and your inflow, they are the same. Your outflow and your inflow are the same. That is why NPV is 0, which means the total money you receive is also the same with the total money you are spent. Now, area of cosine, one I'm emphasizing here. If you look at this note that is displayed now, you see that internal rate of return is also known as yield of a project, marginal efficiency of capital, rate of return over cost, time adjusted rate of return. So in an exam, you can tell that the following, which of the following is another name for internal rate of return. So you should be able to know this. And that's why I see me saying, from time to time, be involved in reading your materials. Because everything we are going to set is coming from all this material. We're not going outside. Don't go and start looking for textbooks. The man is using one big textbook. So concentrate on what I'm giving to you and your module. Because majority of the objective question I'm going to set will come from where? On your module. So you just have to concentrate there. Every topic you solve, you have treated, whether my own or other lecturer, to go through them. So let's quickly look at here again. So we are talking about the rate you are going to apply so that your cash flow will be different, your outflow and inflow, cash outflow, cash inflow will be the same. So let's look at the formula. So the IRR is looking, IRR is looking at the rate to be used that we equate to 0. So let's look at the formula for IRR. IRR is external rate of return. It's also part of the decision rule for you to accept a project or not to accept a project. So let's look at it. The formula is LDR. LDR. You see it on the board. Plus open bracket NPVP. What is NPVP? NPVP means a project with positive NPV, like the one we just solved now. So we have 61,240 or 61,300. You can see it's positive. And all over NPVP plus NPVN. NPVN means negative project with negative NPV. LDR means the lower discount factor or rate giving positive NPV. While the HDR is the higher discount factor or rate giving negative NPV. Don't worry about the formula. Now, by the time we see the question, we remember the formula. Don't start thinking, I don't understand this formula. I say NPVP means NPV, positive NPV. NPVN means negative NPV. So let's quickly look at the decision rule. The decision rule says accept all projects whose IRR are greater than the company's cost of capital. You know, at a company cost of capital, we are saying you want a cost of capital that will make you to arrive at 0. So anything more than that cost, which means there will be return, you'll be making money. So accept if R is greater than K. Reject if R is less than K. That is, IRR is greater than your company cost of capital. If IRR is less than your company cost of capital, you should reject. If both of them are the same, you may accept after looking at the qualitative factors. All those meaning, they are there. IRR, internal rate of return, K, cost of capital, and so on and so forth. So let's look at the advantages and disadvantages. You also recognize this time value of money. You also consider all cash flow of the entire life of the project. Sorry, let me admit these people. Three, it gives the same acceptance rule as the NPV method. That means when NPV say, yeah, the project is good, IRR will also say the project is good. It's also consistent with the shareholders' wealth maximization objective. Both NPV and IRR, they are concerned how the wealth of the shareholder will be improved upon. What are the disadvantages? It is very difficult to calculate. It can also give some misleading and inconsistent results. When NPV of a project does not decline with discount rate, sometimes it can give conflicting reports. So it can also help you to, it can also fail to indicate the correct choice, actually when there are mutually exclusive projects. So it can also yield multiple rates. And that additivity principle, when you say 1 + 1, 2, 2 + 3, 4, and all those things, 2 + 3, 5, is not applicable under internal rate of return. You are not adding up. There's no additivity principle. So all these objectives, please, I say the advantage that just read it to understand it. Look at that quiz. What is the discount rate at which NPV equals 0? What is the discount rate at which NPV equals 0? Is what we're just discussing now. The discount rate, that is the internal rate of return or the yielding rate. All these are when NPV will be equal to 0. So let's look at one small example. If you look at this example now, the same question we have solved before. That same question we have solved before is where we are now. You can see the first one. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
the first one. Okay, the first one, what do we get? We say 61,240 NPV. Remember that question we solved before? We bring it here. That one is positive NPV, while the rate is the LDR, which is the lower discount rate. Now, we want to get negative NPV. We also want to get a higher discount rate. For us to get a negative NPV, now we use a rate that is very high. You can see we move from 10 to 20. You can put 30, you can put 40, you can put 15, you can put 25, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we are going to use a formula to bring them together. So when we use 20, please just hold on a second.
Virtual system.
go our own so that we can. I'm back again. Now, when you look at the figure, you can see that when we use 20%, what is the NPV? Hello?
Yes,
Are we
sir.
tired? Don't worry, we'll soon finish. We'll soon finish.
We're not tired, though.
Because,
Shut up.
okay, you see now, that is why they say woman's word. They are telling Oga to shut up. You see, okay. And no problem, we'll soon stop so that we'll pour cold on it. Now, you have the 500. So let's quickly look at the formula. And I know we put formula there today. We say IRR equals to lower discount rate plus NPV positive all over NPV positive minus NPV negative times the difference between higher discount rate minus lower discount rate. So when you apply there now, what do we get as our IRR? What do we get? We're having 19.92%, which is equivalent to what? Which is equivalent to what?
20%.
20%. So under exam condition, you don't need to waste your time to be doing this interpolation. Once your NPV, you are not listening now. If you listen, you get what I'm saying.
Can you come again, sir?
I'm coming now. I said we are seeing positive NPV. This is the one we saw before. We are now seeing a negative NPV. That negative NPV, how much is it?
500. 500, sir.
Okay, 500. You invested 200,000, and the loss you are making is 500 naira. Will you see it as anything?
No.
Very significant. Because it's very significant, under exam condition, you may not even want to be going through that interpolation. You just waste your time. Because it's 500 naira, say, I beg, you stop there. But if you want to be satisfied, we do the interpolation. When we do the interpolation, now we're having 19.92. But that 19.92, if you abbreviate it, what does it give you again? It gives you the same 20%. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So you
Yes,
can
yes.
see that it's not really necessary for you to waste your time even solving that question. That is interpolation. So once under exam condition, you see that your figure is very significant. Let's say like 1,000, like 200 naira, like 300 naira, 500 naira. They just say it's not necessary. But it's when the figure is big that you'll be more concerned about interpolation to get the exact figure. Interpolation now is just that formula we applied just now. And you see how it works. That is the formula, which I'm displaying on the screen now. That's why I say don't look at the English. Let's use the real figure. You can see LDR, lower discount rates, NPVP, positive NPV, NPVP, positive NPV, NPVN, negative NPV. So let us say when we use figure to solve it, we'll get it clearer. So go and do revision on that. So let's quickly look at, I wanted to do uncertainty today, but the way it is now, since our head is hot, we may not be
Continue, sir.
but let me finish. Let me finish all this one. Uncertainty, we'll do it another day. We still have plenty time to solve many things. So let's look at the next one, which is profitability index. Profitability index is also another technique under the modern techniques, the discounted cash flow. You can see we have talked about NPV, we are talking about IRR, we are going to talk about profitability index. After that, now we'll talk about discounted payback period. So now, this one is concerned about, is a ratio. We are looking at the ratio. What is the formula? PV of cash flow. PV of cash flow of the project. That is all the money you receive plus divided by what? Initial cash outlay. All the money you receive, PV of cash flow. Or NPV of projects all over initial cash outlay. NPV of project. Don't also bother about this grammar. The formula is good, but when you understand the figure, the formula becomes very easy. What is the decision rule? You accept all projects whose PI is positive or greater than 1. If PI, that profitability index, is positive or is greater than 1, he accepts the project. That is, accept if P1, PI is greater than 0 or positive, reject if PI is less than 0 or negative, may accept or reject if PI is equals to 0. So let's look at the advantage. They also recognize time value of money. It is also a variation of the NPV method, and it requires the same computation as in NPV. It also helps to determine, it's a measure of project profitability, how profitable is the project. And it's also in line with the wealth maximization principle. For the disadvantage, it can only be used to choose project under simple one-period capital constraint. What do you mean by capital constraint? You may have so many projects you want to do, but the money is not available to do all those projects. Hello? So now we have the disadvantage. It can only be used to choose project under the simple, I say capital constraint, where you have many projects to do, you cannot do them because the money is not enough. It does not work when mutually exclusive project or dependent project are being considered. Look at all those things. So it does not work when mutually exclusive project or dependent project are being considered. It can be an objective question. PI only work for the following projects. 1, mutually exclusive project. 2, B, dependent project. C, independent project. D, mutually and independent project. So it can come like that. So when you know them, you know that, oh, it can only work under this question. So let's quickly look at example we have already done, illustration we have done. There are 2 methods there. We say NPV of project all over initial outlay, which is 61,240 over 200, it gives you 0.31. Or the NPV plus initial outlay all over initial cash outlay, which is 261,240 over 200, it gives you 1 to 1.31. 1.31. So any of the method you use is acceptable. What are we trying to do? We are saying want to check the profitability index. These are needed 0 to 31 or 1 to 31. What does it mean? Is profitable because it's giving us a positive of 0.31. Or, you know, profitability index, 1 is constant. 1 is constant. Now, 1 to 1.31 means it's higher by 0.31. So that is for that. It's also a method to use. The final one we'll do today before we go and pour cold water on our head is discounted payback period technique. You know, we talk about payback period. We say it does not consider time value of money. But under the discounted, we now bring in time value of money. That's the difference between the two. Both of them are payback period, but this one is using discounted. The other one did not use discounted. Advantages, it recognizes the time value of money. It also focuses on shortness of projects. In addition to the fact that it recognizes time value of money, it also has all the advantages of payback method. Like the other method, you still have all those advantages, simple to calculate those. But now we're not bringing discount factor, which will bring some little complication. But the disadvantage does not take into account the cash flow end after the payback period. That's one of the disadvantages of a payback period. Once you have collected your money, you don't look back to the business again. It does not also take into account the risks associated with the project and the attitude of the company to risk. Number 3, I said that it uses discount cash flow. It has all the disadvantage of payback period. If not now that we are not discounting, it's still the same method. What have we done? Before, we have used 100 to collect our money back, which means in year 3, we would have collected all the money back. But when we do discount factor now, you can see we are bringing rates. When we bring rate now, how many years does it now take to collect his money back under the payback period? It's now 3 years, 9 months.
3 years.
3 years, 9 months. Under the normal payback period, it would have been what? 3 years. But when it is discounted, it now enter 3 years and 9 months. Can you get that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Under the normal discounted payback period, year 1, he has collected 100,000. How many now? 200,000. Year 2, he collected another 100,000. To remain 100,000. Year 3, he has collected all the 300,000. Under the discounted now, in year 1, instead of 100,000, how much is he collecting? 90,900.
90,000.
In year 2, 82,600. In year 3, 75,800. 100, I mean. So when you add all of them together, he has already collected money for 3 years. So in the 4th year now, you still have a balance of 51,400. That's why we're saying 51,400 over 68,300 times 12 months, which means that 51,400, if we earn it over a period of 9 months. That's why we say the payback period will not be 3 years, 9 months. So thank you for listening and thank you for accepting me. So any question? Don't worry, we are still going to, I don't want to rush for another one, you will not get it. So
we have a lot of questions, sir.
Oh yeah, ask now.
A lot of questions. Maybe why we have physical class.
Who be the we?
Question, what to ask?
No problem.
Yes.
No problem.
Please, can you
Thank you, sir. Thank you
send
very much, sir. We
the
appreciate.
to our governor?
Sir, please this slide.
So we
Oh.
can go for it again.
One person, so that we will hear ourselves.
Sir, the slide.
Of course, now I'm already sending myself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
I'll send
Thank
to
you,
Ruth
sir.
now.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Have a nice weekend ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank
God bless
you.
you, sir.
Don't worry, I hear her.
Weekend.
So don't start questioning my friends who want me to enjoy my weekend. So all of you have a blessed weekend too.
They really try.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm
Bye, sir.
sending to Ruth now, so you can talk to her so that people will get it. We are leaving class. Somebody just told me that I should admit it. You see now, we are leaving class, so somebody just come, make her admit them for lecture.
It might be network issue, sir. It might be network issue that is logging the person.
What?